Today we're going to dive into the finances and history of one of the most significant and prestigious sporting events of the year, the Masters Golf Tournament at Augusta National. Let's jump right into it. Augusta National Golf Club was founded by Bobby Jones, an amateur golf champion, and by Clifford Roberts, an investment banker on Wall Street. In 1930, at age 28, Jones retired from competitive golf and formed a consortium with Roberts. They bought a 365-acre commercial nursery in Augusta, Georgia for $70,000. The 72-hole golf course was planned by the noted English designer Alistair Mackenzie, and construction started almost immediately. It opened in early 1933 with a members tournament commemorating the occasion. 1 year later, Jones expanded on the tournament, and now the Masters was born. Since 1934, the Masters has been home to some of golf's greatest moments. Over 4 days and 72 holes, the smallest field in major championship golf compete to place themselves in Masters and golf history. So what exactly makes the Masters so special? Well, all other major golf tournaments rotate cities and courses every year. This is also the case with many major sporting events. But with the Masters, it's held in the same place at the same course year in and year out. It's got immense history. Some of today's rising stars and unknown hopefuls are playing on the same course that the legends before them did for many years. The Masters is also the first step of every golfer's dream of winning a Grand Slam. And any golfer that wins the Masters is automatically invited to the next 3 majors of the year. So it's not only just prestigious, but it's very vital to the career of each and every golfer. Last year, Scottie Scheffler took home the green jacket and $2.7 million. It kicked off a historic year for him as he set a new PGA Tour prize money record at $13 million. And while we're talking about money, let's dive a little bit deeper into the money of the tournament itself. Now, Augusta National is one of the most tight-lipped organizations in sports because unlike most private clubs, Augusta is a for-profit corporation. So they do not have to put any of their info out into the public. We don't know exactly how much revenue they make or who's a member, but we have a pretty good idea. So here's a breakdown according to a 2022 Forbes report. 41% come from their merchandise sales at about $70 million. Unlike all other major sporting events, the Masters limits the sale of their merch to in-person attendees only. It creates the exclusivity and allows them to price it handsomely. Tickets or badges make up about another 30%, generating about $40 million on their own. Concessions fill up about 5% or about $8 million in their stomach. And international TV rights generate about $25 million. And there's a reason why I brought that up last. It's because there are no numbers for the domestic TV and sponsorship revenue. To compare, the US Open receives about $93 million for their domestic TV rights. And what about my wheelhouse? Where are the corporate sponsorships, the signage, the commercials, what's going on? And while we know that the US Open receives about $15 million on that front, we have no idea what the Masters is doing. What we do know, though, is that Augusta National takes pride in the exclusivity of the tournament. So last year, they only had 6 sponsors, and they're pretty premier. AT&T, Delta, IBM, Rolex, UPS, and Mercedes-Benz. So the Forbes report states that the Masters missed out on about $269 million by not maximizing their revenue potential in the multimedia partnerships. But personally, I appreciate how they operate. They've generated billions of dollars, launched plenty of careers, and done so much for the sport. So what about the impact on the surrounding economy and community? Well, during the tournament, an estimated 250,000 extra people visit Augusta. But what's crazy, approximately 3,000 homes will be rented to visitors throughout the week. The average 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom house rents for about $8,500 during the week, while condos rent for about $2,500 for the week. Insane. Some corporations even rent out 8 to 10 bedroom houses for their employees at like $25,000 a pop. And on top of that, essentially every hotel room is booked as well. Rooms that go for about $70 a night normally are upwards of $400 during the Masters. Restaurants are forced to begin preparing months in advance by hiring and training extra wait staff. So for the hospitality industry as a whole, they can expect to do about 10% of their annual business in that 1 week alone. It's estimated that the total economic impact on Augusta as a whole is $110 million. This tournament has just billions and billions of dollars flowing through it at this point. It's gotten to a crazy level. It's awesome, honestly. Now, I'd go a bit deeper into the operating costs of the Masters, but truly, we just don't know that much about it. Of course, there's maintenance for the course and the surrounding grounds. They're employing thousands of people during the week. I mean, security guards, food vendors, merch vendors, the list goes on. They have other expenses as well. I mean, the advertising and promotion of it, the green jacket, and of course, the $15 million purse last year. And we do have to go back a little bit to get a gauge on what their net revenue actually is. In a 2015 study by Golf Digest, it was estimated that the Masters generated a net revenue of about $48.4 million that year. And considering they've grown about 10% year over year since 1997, that number's probably approaching nearly $100 million soon, maybe even this year. This tournament really is one of the greatest sporting events that we have every single year. From its unique setup, exclusivity, and prestige, to the way that it brings just an immense amount of electricity to the fans in person and watching at home, it's set up for another 100 years of success. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to be notified every time I make a video just like this one. You can check out my channel and all my socials as well in the description. Mike Krivchenko on Twitter, Instagram, Mike K-Talk on TikTok. All the links in the description for all the resources I use to make this video as well. Thank you so much for watching, truly, and I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you.